Yes, Ellie?
Oh, yeah, no, I was gonna say, Ellie is probably looking at the clothes and seeing how the clothes is wildly different from what she's wearing and how a lot of them are like barely even clothes. It's like, this looks too small. No, wait, no, this is the
That's
full
a whole
thing.
thing.
Okay. And I like turn to like Keyanthi and I'm like, I feel like we're like not underdressed but overdressed, and I like start to like kind of hitch up my dress a little bit to try to show a little bit more skin. And I'm like, right, do you think we're a little overdressed?
I feel we're quite normal. Kiara has full play on. Like, I feel I'm quite normal. Quite comfortable, actually.
Yeah. Keyanthi is just gonna like, well, if you feel that you would be more comfortable showing off more, if that is up to you, I don't see an issue either way. Question
mark. Lionel, what would Lionel's like casual wear be?
I don't know. For some reason, I think it was like a deep V sort of thing.
Crop top. V-neck, crop top, armbands, bracers.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, she's like turning into an anime character. I'm like super into it.
And sometimes a boarhead. No kidding.
He's the anime character. I know him.
Yeah, so he's got like I guess he's gonna wear a crop top with a V-neck and an armband, and it's pretty normal. Like that's the fashion of the time. He has loose fitted pants. It's I believe it's fall now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's the early part of fall.
Oh.
So, it's a little chilly, but like to them it's not cold enough to like wear more. So, and like part of me really wants to put him in a bandana. I'm not sure.
Like a bandana top, or like.
More like across his forehead.
Yes.
He pulls one out and then he just like puts his hair up with it. He's like, all right, fine. No, we gotta haggle now, and you're gonna make me bust a sweat doing it. It's cold and you're sweating me, bruh.
Bruh. And then like he's just like, come on, Niffy, and he like pulls his hair out, like fluffs it around. It's just like, I'll do it for you, not for you.
God.
I know your ways, Lionel. I babysat you, so shut up. It's like, okay.
Okay, then please.
Please, that's better.
Are there any like so like what is so are the colors like yellows and reds and greens, or are there any like reds or purples or violets?
Yeah. Roll for it. You can find a red. It'd just be harder to find.
DM wife, I am, since I've been looking at clothes, I am gonna grab the first thing that I see. I am. Ellie is so much impulse buyer.
I got an 8. Nothing red.
I'll say you can find like a red like napkin or something like that.
Or bandana.
If you wanted to get that. Yeah, or a bandana. Yeah.
You can tie it around your arm. It's an armband now.
Yeah, you go to the armband station and you find some red armbands. There's a red. It's actually pretty nice. It's like a red beaded armband, and it has a leather tie, and you can kind of like tighten it, and then it has that like slip knot where it tightens, and you can like do another knot where it stays. So.
Kiara finds it interesting.
And the seller's like, armband for the lady, and then he like, pulls it out, and he's like, would you like to try it on?
I could try it on. She's like, oh, I could try it on. and when she does put it on, she's like, oh, Keyanthi, what do you think?
Oh gosh. So, what's your main? Your main color is like a lot of blue, right? And you got like a red little armband on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Keyanthi is just gonna be like, oh,
Right,
okay. I love it how it stands out, and she's gonna reach down, like retie it so everything is like pristinely even
So
and tidy and tight and no weird crooked.
streamline, no phrase, no frazzles.
Yeah, she's like, finally, my element, and she's gonna tuck it all in perfect right.
Yes, now it is perfectly arrayed. And he pulls out, I think this town will be like, he pulls out a mirror. It's not like a super fancy mirror or anything, but he has a mirror and he shows it to you, and you can see yourself in it.
It's probably when the mirror's out that she sees herself. She sees people walking behind her. She sees the vendor. She sees the armband. She sees how very much she's wearing. She's like, oh, huh. She does like,
Perhaps in the sailor sees you like zoning out. He's like, perhaps the lady would like the color.
Oh no, the color isn't the problem. I just realized I understand what Ellie meant earlier.
And he kind of like looks at your armor and he's like, yeah. Takes a different fashion here for sure.
But I'll take it anyway. Wait, how much is it?
I think it would be like 5 silver sort of.
I have 5 gold. Yes, I'll get it. Woo! And when she doesn't wear it, she wraps her little journal in it. Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How many silver is a gold? 10.
I think it's
I think it's 10.
I can math. So it's 5 silver. So it's 5. So okay, yeah. All right, cool. She pays the man.
Yeah, Ellie is gonna grab the first thing that kind
it's 10. Okay.
of stands out, that probably isn't too expensive, and is gonna try it on.
Are you just looking at clothing, or are you?
I'm looking at clothing.
Okay, are you still by Neffy's stand, or did you move to another area?
I would wander.
Okay, yeah, because Neffy they only have like minor magical stuff, or like some higher end things. So yeah, you'd have to wander, and you can find some I guess it would be like some linens and some cottons, and you find a
I'm trying to fit in.
yeah,
Trying
you
to find
you wander until you find like basically like the hot shop of like where the crop tops are.
Yes.
And like the hot thing to wear here, would you think, I mean, how much skin do they really show in it? Like, are we gonna talk mini skirts and crop tops, or do they just do pants?
I mean,
and
they
crop
do mini
top?
skirts and
Like-
crop tops in like the summer, but since it's starting to get into fall, they'd start wearing, like actual pants and jackets and maybe even full-length shirts.
Cutoffs.
Wow. Okay. So that's kind of what you find. Most of them are greens and yellows. It tends to be greens, yellows, blues. They tend to be in that spectrum, and then the like neutral colors.
I am going to get a yellow crop top, but
Okay.
of course when I put it on, it turns green. Because I'm just like, yeah, I can be matched as a winter. Then I put it on, I was like, oh yeah.
Aww.
It is so bright against green. So bright. Oh, you look like an aspen grove.
Okay, now Keyanthi. I guess I should get some clothes for Keyanthi if we're all doing a shop day. Oh my gosh. Okay, well Keyanthi is gonna be like very like, pinky out, like, what do we have here?
You helped me, so I follow you around.
Yes, please. All right, so Keyanthi still needs to stick with her red color because red's bomb.
Mhm.
Wait, no, the outfit she's in right now is less red now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a sunset.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, I forgot her eyes are teal now than what I had before. Yeah. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
all right then. I don't know what I'm looking for, but that's I don't know.
Okay, so
I would like to imagine like our shopping methods are completely opposite. I grab the first thing that
Yeah. Now Keyanti's
bounced
browsing
out,
and
and you're just like,
analyzing.
what about this and this? And I'm just like, what about this? And you're like, no. What about this? No. I think this one looks great. It's like, that's even brighter than the last one.
Luna, you could have found them in
Yeah.
the market.
She
by
would have
now.
either found them or walked. Would she have known they were going to Galac's place? She could have ended up walking there to beat them there, but whichever one you think she would have been faster.
I think she could have easily have ran into Brackett, and he said,
Okay. Yeah. She'll show up at the market, but she'll be more clothed than the average person around there because, fur and other uncomfortable things.
Oh, something I forgot to mention. So, sorry, I just had a lot of lines. After you wake up, the fur has retracted about a
Okay.
fourth.
Like surface area or
So
length?
you can visibly,
Okay.
surface area.
Yay!
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
It's retracted, your hands, it's retracted from your hands and from, your
Mhm.
face. So you could, basically cover up a lot of it
Okay.
at this point.
And the veins are no longer all blackened, or are they still there?
They've
Uh-huh.
receded.
Okay.
They've receded. But the where the bite origin is, it's still vein.
And gross. And
And so, you get the notion that, it's working, you just have to...
okay.
All right. So unless Mckenna wants to do a very special introduction thing, as soon as Keyanthi sees Luna, she's gonna be like, "Ooh, what happened?" All right. So do whatever you want. That's what she's gonna do.
Yeah, so while you're, Keyanthi, you're just kind of looking through cloth,
No.
and you see, corner area, I see Luna coming down one of the winding paths of the market.
Ellie's showing Ciara a top, and Kiara's like, "I'm not going to fit that. That will not fit." And then Keyanthi,
No, with that attitude, it
I
won't.
mean, it stretches, right?
the breastplate hides much.
I mean, but Ciara, they wear tight stuff here.
Yes, I am aware. Yes, I'm aware.
All right. Well, how far away is Luna from us?
You just see her 15 feet away, so you
Okay,
can
then.
You can shout,
All right.
wave, dance,
All right,
about.
so Keyanthi is gonna look over and I guess we're gonna see Luna there, and Keyanthi is just gonna be like, come up to her because she looks way healthier than way before, and she'll probably just drop whatever she's holding onto and walk towards Luna. Like, Luna?
Yeah?
Okay. Yes, you're Luna? Oh my goodness.
Yes.
And Keyanti's just gonna be like, oh wow, come here.
Oh, okay. She's coming here.
I'm here.
Keyanthi is just really excited to show off shinier, happier looking Luna to Ciara and Ellie. And so she's going to be just waiting for them to figure out whatever outfit they're talking
I can show my hands now.
Yeah.
Aye. So and
Look how I don't have hands. They don't exist.
aye, and the stripes are dying down.
Yeah.
Just
All I
the
had to do
hair.
was talk to a bunch of dead people.
God.
Ah,
Sorry, I probably
that does
shouldn't
work
say it
out.
like that.
I could have helped with that in some way, I think.
And Kiara's like, that makes sense. Okay, no, that makes sense.
For some reason, that's not the weirdest thing.
But I can't begin to say how wonderful you look in comparison. This is
Oh, thank you.
fantastic. How was it?
Yeah, you look great.
Oh, it was interesting. Apparently, there's been a lot of really sad death in my family. But we're supposed to be happy about it.
How many
Mm.
people died, or
Well,
Happy that they're dead?
Happy that they lived. And Kiara just look at the both of them like they're insane. Happy that they lived.
Oh.
Where she's the most perplexing Keyanthi because she has to explain it to her. His torpedo tree actually she's like, happy that they lived.
yeah.
Oh.
Happy that they
Yeah.
have each other.
okay.
I have connection and
That
family.
makes more sense.
And
That's where they find hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they may take an oath to kindle the light.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure. I feel like there's a number of things that can mean. So maybe I just need to light a few things on fire and see what happens. But
I don't recommend that.
Maybe you need to kindle the dead. So
I mean, we already
this-
practiced
yeah.
cremation, but
How about whatever's working for you, keep it up because you're looking better for it.
okay, that's a good train of thought. I'd like that.
There.
Oh, so your brother has a parcel for you now.
Your brother was
Whoa.
here. I think
Lionel.
he's so happy to see you.
Yeah, Lionel's like, if you stalls down, he's like packing the groceries on.
Can I scare him?
dogs, basically.
Do
Yeah,
it.
because
Okay.
stealth roll.
Can I get
Nice.
guidance on this?
Four.
Can I pray for guidance?
I can distract
Yeah,
him.
you should have-
I like that you're praying to your god or your
To
family
play a prank on my brother.
to prank your brother. Yep.
Yeah, so
Yes,
like
very-
you kind of like say a little prayer. You're like, all right, what do you want to say in your prayer? 'Cause we'll
Help
pray
me
for
scare
this.
Lionel. It'll be really funny.
And then like you just remember like you feel kind of like this echo of a like, oh yeah. Here like you feel it would be like I mean there are lots of siblings within your family, so yeah. They're like, oh yes, this is where this is
Ah,
where
yes,
they
this
have our
voice.
power. And so
14?
yeah. Let me
What is
see
this
if-
passive?
let me get
Passive
this
perception.
passive up.
Oh, no. Dang it.
Can I distract him to help? Excellent.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Roll for distraction.
Oof,
Or deception?
Nope, that didn't help.
Can I roll for deception?
Yeah, or
All right.
perception, yeah.
It's 15 plus 2. There's 17. 17!
Okay.
Forgot math for a minute. I'm like, what do those numbers mean?
Okay, yeah, alright. So collectively, so what happens is Luna starts to sneak up on him, and then Ciara, you see him like about to turn and go and like, and Luna would be in his line of vision. So you leap over there and what do you do?
I nitpick. Are you sure you have that tied on tight enough? It looks a little loose over here on this side.
And he's like, I mean, that's a such and such butterfly. Like,
I never heard of such a thing. Show it to me. Never heard of it. Show it to me.
It's just like, alright, fine, I'll show you.
It's a challenge. Never heard of
Alright, fine. He's like, he would roll up his sleeve and he's like, I don't know.
Pulls up the cuff.
And he's just like, okay. And he's like, you take this and this, and he like aggressively shows
She has more
you how to tie
flourishes
a
than
butterfly
necessary, and she just looks like, mm-hmm.
You count my ranger skill?
knot. And that's
It's very impressive. I was wrong. I stand corrected.
And he's like, genuinely, so he's like, thank you. So if I could put it on myself, and over here I was thinking I could do this kind of knot because and he like explains like how if he did this knot versus this knot, it means less knots. And so he's distracted by the knots. And Luna, you managed to sneak up behind
I tickle him.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you just kind of like tickle
Yeah.
him the sides. He's just, and it's just, you see him like leap around and go, oh my God, Luna!
Not recent enough.
He's just like, and he's just like, oh my gosh, you. He looks at your hands, you can show your hands again.
Isn't that great?
And he like turns your face around and he's just like, wow, maybe I should talk to you. yeah, we got you a present.
Oh, hey.
And he pulls out
Thank
the
you.
parcel.
What is it? Can I open it here, or do I have to wait?
I think you can open it now.
Okay, I'm gonna open it now then.
Mhm.
So you pull apart the parchment and lift up the paper, and inside you see a neatly folded. I don't think we specified what type of cloth it was, but it is a yellow. Is it a tunic?
I think so.
Thing?
Like if it's meant for like adventuring, it'd be.
Yeah.
Okay,
Or-
so it's a yellow.
It is a nice yellow tunic.
Tunic of mending.
Crop tunic.
Yeah, tunic of
Yes.
Ooh.
With a matching
Yeah,
pant
and
set.
then
No, kidding.
I'll like show off my like crop
Steadily
top,
shows
and
the
I'm like,
drawing.
See that? We're matching. But pretend that it's not green. That it was yellow, but you know.
Aw. I love that color on you, Ellie.
Thanks. It's the only one that shows on me. It's like all my clothes are green.
Your shirt's 3 silver, by the way. It's marked off.
Aw, thanks, guys.
Yeah, and it's supposed to mend itself.
Oh, that'll be so nice. Man, why didn't I have that when Oda
Yeah.
was around?
Well, now you have it.
It's like-
Well, now you have it and he's not here. So it's just as useful. And Keon just like pat Silver and... Where did Keyanthi go? Where's Ellie?
I think you're still at the clothing stall. It comes with it comes with the tunic and the pants. So you have like your main core of it.
Yay.
Honestly, I'm just having trouble visualizing what the outfits around here look like. So I don't know what to pick. You know what I mean? Is it all like tube tops and mini skirts? What's going on?
Barbarian
let me see if I
chic.
can-
Barbarian
Yeah,
chic.
barbarian chic.
Yeah, it's
Barbarian
like
chic.
barbarian
Yeah, that's what I was
Google
like kind
Barbarian
of
chic
thinking.
D&D
Like,
5e, see what you
kind
get.
of like hides and
Wait, no, I
Stuff.
might actually have a
There
bunch of
probably would
pictures
be
of
like
reference.
a number of leathers and.
Right.
Let me see if I can find like a good reference picture.
I did Google barbarian chic, and
But,
they're very busty looking.
I'm
Yes,
gonna
got both cheeks out. That's great.
barbarian.
There you go, something like that.
This is the
Legs.
most.
Sure.
Legs for
Yeah,
days!
legs for miles.
Legs.
Oh my gosh, I'd like that.
This is the most important in D&D. Fashion.
Fashion. Clothes.
Barbarian.
Especially when it comes to barbarians. They're the most fashionable.
Here's this awesome magical item. It doesn't go with my outfit though.
I don't need armor, I'm a
Green boots.
barbarian!
I got all.
I'll just rage my way through it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah, so it's
okay. Alright, so I
Yeah.
feel like Keyanthi
just imagine.
would pick out like some sort of like vest thing, and maybe it's not like a.
Okay.
She would have abs. You know she'd have abs. You know she'd-
Yeah, she'd have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
But she probably would have show it off. So probably like the what she has, she would probably buy like a nice little vest thing with a hood on it. She like wear it over her head. She got a little bit of abs showing off there, but otherwise I feel like she's gonna have like really full pants. You know, kind of like loose, but still like that.
Okay, so is it like a vest? So is it like a shirt that's like buttoned with a hood and then there's nothing underneath, or does she have a shirt with a vest over
Sure,
it?
and then there's a vest over it. I like
Okay, so yeah, she can like tie her shirt up and show a little bit of ab, put the vest on,
yes.
and you'll like fold up your excess. Yeah, you take out like your excess outer robe and fold it up.
Yeah, and then maybe
And then
everyone
you
will
put
just
it in your
stare at
bags.
how buff Keyanthi is, because you don't usually see her otherwise.
Yeah, like usually she is clothed in her voluminous robes, so like for the first time you really notice that she has like these really defined arms
Trunk.
and just
Yeah,
like the training montages and that she does like every morning or you know
There you go.
you
She's
see
got like
evidence of
master
it.
yogi arms.
I
Yeah,
remember before the outfit
Mhm.
change that Serena was beautifully created. I was thinking of like totally like giving her like short sleeves and like showing off more of the muscles, but it didn't happen. But it's okay. It's fine.
I could do a version where her sleeves are like there's a cincher, so like her arms are like showing and they're buff, but like they're just
If you
because
want,
they do
that's
shorten up the
you, but
sleeves sometimes.
Yeah, I was like hood, arms, legs, boom, and then That was even before she was.
I'll just make an entire compendium of all of our outfits eventually.
If you want to do that,
Like, come on, we're dungeon tapping.
Got all the outfits.
Anyway, yeah. So she's got
Yeah,
like
with
a nice shirt and then like a leather thing with a hood and then two pants. That's probably what she.
I think Ciara really liked Neffy's dress, so I
Yeah.
think she'd probably want something closer to that.
Yeah.
Like, even if she can't wear everything there, but she'd want something in like an indigo color.
Oh, okay. How late can we go tonight?
How much more do you got for us?
I have a couple more scenes. Depending on how much you talk, is how long it will go.
I can be very
Um,
quiet
yeah.
in case you haven't noticed.
I want to be done by 11.
I think it's up to
But-
Yeah,
Yeah.
11 sounds fine to me.
I think.
11 sounds good.
Okay, so you get your new outfits. You reunite with Luna. Then you
Yeah, I'm observing Keyanti's like new outfit. I'm like, yeah, you look like a normal Vergusite? Vergusian.
Vergus resident?
Vergusones.
Verkin.
Thank you. I will just say thank you. We're not going to
Virgin.
argue about the semantics of the popular.
and so we'll say that it's actually we'll say it's Keyanthi. So like you're a little bit further away, you're purchasing your new outfit, and you notice that everyone in the market is they're noticing something. They're kind of turning and whispering and looking at something. And okay. Sorry, I have to find the
Dramatic
right spot.
pause.
Okay, you follow the gazes and see a large cart train rolling into town. Like you see it. You gather it's like some kind of merchant train coming in, and you notice that in front of the small van leading the cart is this little bald man and a rather flamboyantly dressed drow male. And you remember inkling at the back of your mind, you're like, I know these people. You remember way back to Toril. And you remember Colm and Liam were traveling to Vergus.
Okay, well, Kristen doesn't remember. Please tell me.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, so way back when, this would be like a year ago.
Yeah,
or
that's
more.
why I don't remember.
But essentially, and Ciara wasn't even here. So Luna found Balog's biological dad.
Right, yeah, that
Oh,
guy.
Liam.
Yeah, Liam. He has first aid. And he then Luna then talked to him, and you guys kind of made this arrangement that he would go to try to meet Balog under the guise of doing like establishing trade in the Human Kingdoms. And Colm is the son of the matriarch of war, and she's the one that helped you guys.
Yeah.
And Liam is connected to Colm because Liam works for Colm.
Right.
So what you gather is that Liam and Colm managed to get approved to go on their business trip, and they have arrived
Okay,
in town.
great. And Colum's the one I found that cool cursed sword and that one for Toril,
Yes.
and then I gave it to him to receive. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Got it. All right. Cool.
Yeah.
Okay,
He has-
so
yeah,
it's
he
not
has the
someone I
cool
should be
cursed sword.
worried about meeting. No?
Yeah.
Great.
No, he's
Okay.
Or
already
Colin
looked
told me I could have a
before
super
and
cool
figured
bike,
out
but I
when
don't
to
think he
die,
remembers.
so I'm just trying to That's a kid.
But does Luna remember?
She might.
Alright then.
Give me your bike!
Alright then. Let's yes.
so
Okay, so then I would want to approach them.
okay, yeah,
Okay,
you
great.
approach them, you see the crowd is kind of whispering, and you see some hunters in the Hunter's Lodge. There are a number of lodges just throughout town, and a couple of them come down, and you see them go and talk to Liam because he's a little far out there, and you see some papers exchanged, and then they nod and like, oh, okay. They kind of wave you in. The hunters look confused, but they have been
They've seen worse.
Appeased. They've been appeased. And so you run up and pull him by the cart. It's I think it would be like it's like this. You recognize it as the cart that you actually used before, and it's pulled by animals. And he comes up and you see. I think it would be Liam who would notice you first, and he's like, "Oh, Keyanthi, is that you? Hello." And then Colm's like, "Oh my gosh, Keyanthi, hi!" He's a lot of energy. He's just like, and he's like, "Oh, sorry, Dad. I mean, not Dad. I mean, I don't know what this is anymore." And it's just like he comes out, and Colm is a he's Colm's a lot. Okay, he's very fabulous, and he just comes and embraces Keyanthi. He smells like oranges. He smells nice.
Keyanthi is totally surprised. She was just gonna be like, "Hello, it's so good to see you." With a nice little bow, and then apparently she goes, "Yes."
Whoosh. And he's like, "I am so glad to see you." And he's just like, "Where have you been? What have you been doing? Where are your friends?" She's just bombarded.
Luna probably sees this and like runs up and hugs Colm and says hi to Liam.
Oh my gosh. Well, we have been fine. We're much better now than we were before. Hello.
It's so good to see you. I'm so glad that you're okay. And he's like, so, and he comes over and he's like, so, we're kind of, he's like, so it turns out that it would actually be better if I came with Liam on this trip because otherwise they wouldn't have left. So, well, okay, let me start over again. This is the whole story, okay? And so he takes this dramatic bow, and Colm has this, like, glamour to him that you just kind of get used to. Let me think. So it's like, so do you remember Mara, the seamstress?
Yeah.
Well, it turns out that poor Mara, after my many years of wooing, she came clean and told me that she likes women. And, she's in a long-distance relationship with this lady in Gundry. I didn't get a name, but she's, like, this dwarf who has a lot of money, and, so Mara's okay. She got bailed out and is moving to Gundry and is gonna do some stuff there, and so while she was leaving, well, she finally got the courage to tell me that she had no romantic feelings for him whatsoever, despite our wonderful childhood together, and he just kind of, like, looks away wistfully.
Oh, that's too bad. I'm sorry.
Well, I decided that it was time for a new beginning, and so I went to my mom, and I just begged her to let me come on this trip. And so Liam and I packed our bags, and we got all this gear, and we went through the horrible nightmare that was customs, and he was just like, you wouldn't believe customs. He was like, we got stopped here, we got stopped there, how much paperwork. He goes on and on about how it's terrible, and everyone can't leave. He's like, definitely good at came, because they wouldn't have ever let Liam come. Not with, and like Ciara, if you
she looked around and suddenly like Keyanthi was like, oh, Keyanti's going. Where the other two go? And then probably Lana just like, oh, where are they? Hold on, and she just goes to follow them where they're going, and then she sort of just noticed them talking very animatedly with, you said it's one or two Drow.
One human, that's Liam, he's the bald guy. And then there's Colm, who is the Drow, and he's the high energy guy.
Yeah, and she's just like, oh, I suppose they know them. So she just sort of vibes in the background.
Is she like, are you within the...
I'm within sight range.
Are you close enough to... Okay, are you close enough to the group that your social distance would mean friendship, or are you far enough where you're
Don't pass the COVID.
I'm somewhere within the 6-foot range, but I'm not any closer than 4 feet, just in case it's too close.
Okay, so like you're close to them, and
I hover like somewhere on the other side of one of the girls, probably Ellie.
So,
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
You notice that Liam is he's a human male. He's 40s-ish. His clothing is well made, and he looks like he's in good shape. You do notice that these people are both from the Aha clan, which is a clan in Toril, and you know that by the colors they wear. You also notice that Liam has a slave band, which basically keeps track of them. And judging by Liam, you can assume, like, what he's wearing and how he looks and his age, you can kind of reasonably assume he has possibly like a steward position or some sort of interior management position.
Higher status in Drow society.
Yeah, so like he's in terms of being a slave in Drow society, he's
He's not a regular slave, he's a cool slave.
cool slave.
He's from
Privileged
someone.
slave.
He works for someone who is higher than my station.
Yeah. Colm. He's looking at everyone, and then he stops and like parts the crowd, and he looks at you, and he's like, "My, who's this strong woman?"
Eyebrow raise.
And like in terms of Drow aesthetics, he's quite handsome, and he's hitting on you. Like this is very much within Drow society. Like, you know, like they wouldn't call their women beautiful; they'd call them strong.
And she raises an eyebrow to show she is intrigued, and looks him over and just like, "Oh, Ciara."
And he puts out I don't know, I feel like
Oh, she probably puts her hand out for him first. As a sort of like it's probably like a cultural thing, like where you don't reach for women, they reach for you. So she probably puts her arm out to him to so as sort of like hi.
yes, to like allow that sort of contact. He says, "Oh, Colm, pleasure to meet you."
Likewise. I take it you know my friends.
Oh, well, we met in Toril, had quite a scuffle there. And
I should like to hear all about it sometime.
How long have...
Oh, it's a very long story. Would you like to talk about it over dinner?
And she's like, "Oh, I'm sure I could find someplace nice." She's like, "I'm sure we could find somewhere nice." It's actually very this is probably like to anyone else on the outside looking in, this is like rapid gunfire conversation. It's like they had this memorized. She's like, "Oh, I should like to think we could find a fitting abode here." A fitting setting, that's what it is.
I turn towards...
Sitting, yes. Okay.
I turn towards Luna and I'm like, they make it look so effortless. Am I right?
I think it might also just be a Drow thing. Maybe they just train themselves. I don't know.
Maybe they know each other.
I guess so.
Yeah, and like he just begins to talk to you about logistics of the dinner, and
she offers time. He offers he offers cuisine, and then they agree where to meet. Right.
Agreed.
Seafood, Red Lobster, 6 o'clock.
See you there.
Pretty much, yeah. Very efficient.
Hi, this is Tiffany, your DM. Thank you for watching Dungeon Damsels. This is not the end of the session, so please stay tuned for the next part. We update on Tuesdays and Saturdays at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you're interested in supporting us more, please push the subscribe button, like, or comment. We also have a Patreon, wink wink nudge nudge, And our show is in podcast form. You can find us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Podbean, Spotify, and plenty of other podcast platforms. Thanks. We hope to hear from you soon.